welcome to She Boss Talk. I am Shantae Arati. Happy Friday, everyone. I am coming on with breaking news. This is your stimulus update and news report for May the 21st. So we're nearing the end of the month, and we are nearing the end of some of the programs that have been launched as part of the American Rescue Plan Act. So I really want you all to make sure that you get the information that you need, because time is of the essence for all you entrepreneurs and small business owners out there. As you are joining in, do say hello. Let me know who you are, especially if you're new to She Boss Talk. Let me know who you are, where you're hailing from, and what your business is. And also do let us know like what programs you have applied to, what programs have you been funded through. We definitely want to hear it and celebrate you all for getting the funding that you need to be able to support your business, your sales, and your families. As always, do subscribe. If you are not already subscribed, do subscribe. We are over 21,000 subscribers in our family. So we're all supporters of one another. So we welcome you in. Do give this a thumbs up, hit that love button, show us some love so more people will see this video. We know that there's millions of entrepreneurs and small business owners out there that still need help. They still need help getting funding. They still need help pivoting their business. They still need help to scale their business, to take their business to the next level. So that's why we're here on this channel. We're all things entrepreneurs and small business owners. So, and do share, tag whoever you need to tag in here who you think will benefit from this video. Now, before I get into the SBA funding updates, we know that the SBA is the Small Business Administration. They are administering most of the funding programs, whether they're loans, forgivable loans, and grant money out there. They are the main administrators of these programs. So those are the key things that I'm going to focus on today. But I want to give you reminders because I need to keep this at the forefront. This is more money because you're an entrepreneur, you're a small business owner, but you're a person. You have personal needs. There are other relief programs available for you and your families. So just want to remind you that the IRS is still sending out stimulus payments. They, I mentioned before, they're sending out these plus up payments to millions of Americans out there for whom one reason or another, you did not get your full stimulus payments, checks, deposits, debit card from before. So you may be seeing those plus up payments via direct deposit or by check or debit card. If that is you, please do let me know in the comments. So again, still stimulus checks going out, and these plus up payments are extra payments for those that did not get their full amounts. In addition to that, those of you that are on unemployment, millions that actually filed their taxes early, that pay unemployment taxes, you were on unemployment in 2020, are also, you're getting a check back for the overpayment in taxes due to the fact that when the American Rescue Plan Act passed, part of the benefit is that up to $10,200 is excluded in tax. So it's tax free. $10,200 of your unemployment is tax free. So many of you are, when you file early, you included your entire unemployment amount. Therefore, there's nothing you have to do. They're going and doing that adjustment and sending you money. So that's more money in your pocket. If you're one of those that received that extra payment for unemployment, please do let me know. They still continue to send those out. And then another reminder is about the child credits, right? So the child credits are, these are payments that are going to be made on a monthly basis to you, those that have families, right? Those that have children, right? 17 and under, between $250 and $300 a month, which is half of your credit that you would get. So they raised the credit amount. They made it refundable. So you can get, and then they're going to make it monthly. So July 15th, you can start expecting monthly payments, additional payments per child, 17 and under. They are also they're creating a portal, updating a portal that they will release soon that will give you the option to opt out if you so choose to, if you want to wait and take a lump sum when you file your next year's taxes. So that's up to you. And I talked to my niece, and I advised her, right, get the monthly payment. It's to help stimulate the economy, give you all more money, and then it's only half because it's temporary until December of 2021. And then you can, when you file your taxes, you just get the rest. Okay. But you will have that option, whichever way you want to go. Okay. So now into the SBA updates. 2 programs they're about to close. Okay. So we don't have a lot of time. If you haven't applied, if you're in process, we need to get you through to the finish line. We need to get you approved, and we need to get you funded. Let's start with the Paycheck Protection Program. We already know they had ran out of money. The only reason they're still accepting applications is because they have $8 billion set aside for underserved businesses. And so there are certain lenders, there are only a few right now that are accepting applications because people still ask me. Womply right now is accepting applications. They are a CDFI partner. Also, Blue Acorn is accepting applications. They are a CDFI partner. These are, again, set aside dollars specifically for these community development financial institution lenders that are authorized through the SBA to fund under this program with those set aside dollars. So this is like for you women, minorities, those that are in socially and economically disadvantaged. You have disadvantaged businesses. This is for you. So they are continually accepting new applications, but the deadline is May 31st, right? So that is already upon us, and that doesn't mean they're going to be accepting applications up to the deadline, because like before, most stop, and I know some have already reported that they're stopping. I know we have a CDFI here that is stopping on their applications. They're closing it off on Sunday, I believe. Sunday or Monday, they are closing it off. So you don't want to wait till the absolute last minute to apply for the programs. So again, I know some of you all have applied through Womply. Some of you have applied through Blue Acorn. Some have had a good experience. Some have had bad. So you have options. You have options on where you can apply for your PPP loan. Now, if you're a person that if you apply for second draw and have been funded through either Womply or Blue Acorn, can you let me know in the comments if you applied for your second draw through Womply or Blue Acorn and were approved and or funded? Please let me know in the comments. I did a video, I believe it was last week or earlier this week, excuse me, on a PPP and how to get approved, right? How to overcome denials. I did one on how to get unstuck, because we know that with some of these, you all have been on hold for a long time. There's maybe been errors, or you couldn't upload different documents and things like that. You should have received notification from your lenders at this point, letting you know it's coming to a close and letting you know what actions to take. Because sometimes what happens is you apply, it's that first step, and then you didn't go back to complete the following step. You want to make sure you follow it all the way through. And sometimes people get stuck. They don't go back and finish the process, because the first entry point is just a simple application, your basic information. Then it takes you to the next step, the next portal. And then that's when they start asking you for all your verification, all your documentation, to certify that, you're eligible, you're telling the truth, and all those different certification questions that they go through. That's when they do that. So just make sure that you're following through the process. If you received an email, you definitely want to check your inbox, check your spam folders, because we know there's still many of you all have still not checking them. And that's where your emails are from your lenders. So your promotional folders, your inbox, or your spam folder, do check that and follow up to make sure that you get approved. And I'm hearing even those that have been slow, and we know these lenders have been slow, there are fewer of them. They're struggling to get through processing all these applications. so it's taken a long time, but if you've been approved by your lender, you're still in the running. They will continue to process those applications. Okay. And even some of you all that are still in process, I guess it depends on the lender and where you are in the process, whether or not they withdrew you or they continue on with with the process, but they should be pushing you to approval per the SBA, because the SBA said they were going to withdraw all of them. Why? To give you an opportunity, because many of you all said you're stuck and you can't go to another lender because they have you held up. And especially if you've already been approved, if you sign your loan documents and you've been waiting a month, which you should not have been, then that means you can't apply for somebody else because they're going to reject it. So the SBA wants you all to be able to get your applications through. So that is the reason why they ask the lenders to withdraw. Like, stop sitting on their applications. Either you're going to process them, approve them and send them to us, or let them release them so they can go apply elsewhere. I also did a video. I explained how to get through a denial. My denial process, I overcame it twice. I was approved by the lender, denied by SBA twice as a new business, my second business. So I was denied, and then my lender that I went through, PayPal, which is also the company I do all my financial transactions through, they went to bat for me and helped me overcome that denial. And then I was awarded my funds. So I've been funded twice for one business, funded once for the second business. Now I'm trying to get funded the second job for the second business before it closed. So that's just an example for you all that are out there. So if you let me know what your status is on PPP. Have you applied? Have you been approved? Are you still pending? Have you been funded? And if you've been funded first and second draw, please let me know as well. So that is the Paycheck Protection Program. Again, coming to a close. The absolute deadline is May 31st. Most will close before that, probably by Monday. They will be letting you know. And they do update their portals to let you know when they're ending. And then once they've ended, they usually update their website to say that they're no longer accepting applications. And then they point you in the direction of other resources. Like, I know, I think PayPal did that because they're no longer accepting. People ask me, they're closed because they're not a CDF partner, but they say they're closed, but they point you in the direction. They give you links to where you can go find a CDF partner, a CDFI to be able to apply with. So again, that's PPP. Now, the final thing I would say about PPP is now, okay, it's about to close. The SBA has until June 30th to process the remaining applications. And so now we need to think about forgiveness. So we've gotten our funding. You need to get it forgiven. And it's not automatically forgiven. You have to apply for forgiveness. That means you have to meet the eligibility, which means you have to spend your funds within 8 to 24 weeks. And you must spend the money on eligible expenses and at least 60% on payroll. So if you have employees, you spend it on employee payroll. If it's just you and only you don't have employees, you're spending it on your owner's your salary replacement. 100% you can do that, or 60%, and then 40% on other related expenses. Because as businesses, it's just more than our salary. We have other expenses too. You can spend it on other expenses, or you can choose to spend 100% on your salary replacement. It is up to you and your business. You know your business better than I do. So that is PPP. Drop your questions. I will try to come back before I end this live. On next to the Restaurant Revitalization Grant Fund, we already knew out the gate before they launched this was not going to be open long. It was going to be high demand. I think over just short, I think of 200,000 restaurants apply for this program. It is basically out of funding. The only reason that is still open is because they're set aside dollars. They have different set aside dollars for different demographics that are applying for the program. So we know it first went to veterans, women, and those restaurant and food and beverage businesses that are socially or economically disadvantaged. That's who got it. I mean, so those are being processed. People told me that they've been awarded the grant. They shared that with me. So if you've gotten the Restaurant Revitalization Grant, you've been awarded or approved, please let me know in the comments. Congratulations to all of you all that have. But it's coming to a close. So the SBA announced officially that this program, the applications will close on May the 24th. That is Monday. And I believe it's at 8 p.m., but don't quote me on that. But I know it's Monday. I believe it's at 8 p.m. that it will close. So if you have not applied, apply. And especially the set aside dollars are for those that if you have a beverage, again, restaurant, food truck, food cart, in any business, brick and mortar, or at least 33% of your business is on-site food and drink sales where the public come to you to purchase, you qualify for this. And if you in 2019 made less, $50,000 or less in your business, $50,000 or less in your business, you have set aside dollars waiting for you. So there's still several million dollars available in set aside. So if you know someone, you have those mom and pop restaurants, ones you go to, let them know that this grant is available and that they should apply. But again, the Restaurant Revitalization Grant, which is a $29 billion program, they already got too many applicants that far exceeded that amount. So not even all those that apply will get the funding, and it's first come, first serve. They're pushing to have it extended. I have not heard of anything that says that Congress is moving to add additional funds or extend the deadline. So Monday is it. Get those applications in as quickly as possible. Another grant that recently rolled out, it rolled out before the Restaurant Revitalization Grant, is the SVO grant. This is the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant. This continues to run smoothly. They're also awarding. So if you've been awarded or funded the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant, please let me know in the comments. I do know a few people that have received this grant. This is for live venues. So if you have a live venue or a museum, a theater, we know small businesses that do. Even if you are a representative, a manager of talent, performers, comedians, artists that perform live at live venues, then you qualify for this as well, even though you don't have a live venue yourself. So if you think that you would qualify for this, I would encourage you to apply. They have not stated that I have not seen or heard anything that says that they're running out of money as of yet. This is up to $10 million, as well as the Restaurant Revitalization Grant. So this one is still open, but again, we just never know. It could be closed tomorrow. They can come out with an announcement and say, oops, the funding has run out. So again, you got to be active. You can't wait, procrastinate, and delay with regards to these funding programs because they're here today and they may be gone tomorrow. So that is the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant, up to $10 million. You cannot get the Shuttered Venue and get the Restaurant Revitalization Grant. So if you've already applied for the restaurant, you don't even apply for the Shuttered Venue, okay? And if you apply for the Shuttered Venue and got it, don't apply for the restaurant because you cannot get both. You can apply for with this grant, you can get PPP, and with the Restaurant Revitalization Grant, you can get PPP, you can get EIDL. Because people ask me all that too as well. Can I apply for PPP and can I apply for EIDL? Yes. Can I apply for PPP, restaurant, and EIDL? Yes. Can I apply for PPP, Shuttered Venue, and EIDL? Yes, you can. Okay. And so the SBA actually has on their website a chart of cross programs and what the requirements are and which ones that you can get. Okay. So that is the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant. Now on to the targeted EIDL. I checked earlier before I came on. The SBA has not updated their report on the EIDL program that they do every so many days. The last update was when I did the update before was from May the 13th. So we know that with the targeted EIDL grants, we know that this has been going slow. But here's the important thing, and let me know if you received the email. The SBA sent out an email on Wednesday, I believe. On Wednesday, they sent out a mass reminder email. Let me know if you got it. This is to notify those that they sent the invitation to that had not yet applied. Now, believe it or not, it's been open. As many people say that they have not gotten an invitation yet. The SBA has sent out many invitations, and only a small percentage of those have been responded to. That means somebody is not going to their emails, or they're ignoring the invitation, or sitting somewhere in your spam folder, and you just have not given it any attention. But the SBA has sent out many invitations that have not yet been responded to. And I say this all the time, it's still an issue that entrepreneurs and small business owners aren't tending to their emails. Therefore, that simple thing is going to cost you possibly $15,000 in grant funding through the Targeted EIDL program. Now, when they sent out this email, I received one from my other business. Now, I knew I didn't apply because I knew I wouldn't qualify. But when they sent it, I applied anyway, just to go through the process and see what would happen. And what happened is what I thought would happen. So I didn't qualify because I did not meet the 30% reduction on that. But I've been funded the $15,000 for my other business. So I got the $10,000 grant. Then I received the supplemental $5,000 grant. So the max that you could possibly receive is $15,000. So check if you received that email. I believe it was Wednesday or Thursday. Okay. They sent out the email. It was a mass email. And in the email, it said that they told me, we know based on our records, you live in a low income area. So, that's one thing that you need to qualify. So they said, well, all you need is, 30% gross receipts, and have 300 employees or less. But we encourage you to apply, and let's see. Right. So that's why I said I just went ahead and applied. And they got back to me so quick. Literally, it was like an hour later, I had a decline notice because they said, you have to fill out that table, right? And so I filled out the same table that showed my sales for each month from 2019 to 2021. And within an hour, they had declined me. So they're moving faster with these, with the applications. They're still sending out invites. So let me know if you apply for the EIDL program in 2020, either on or before December 27th of 2020. Have you received an invite from the SBA to apply for the Targeted EIDL Advance? Please let me know in the comments if you're still waiting for an invite. They're still sending invites. And like I said in the email, they're encouraging people to apply so you don't also miss out on the supplemental grant. Now, as a reminder, for the supplemental grant, you need to have 10 employees or less. So the pool is smaller. It's only 1 million people that's going to get this grant. So 10 employees or less, and then you have to be able to show 50% or greater decrease in gross revenues for the supplemental grant. Okay. So if you have any questions regarding the targeted grant, let me know. Congratulations to all of you all. Many of you all have shared with me that you have been approved, that you have been funded. But some people said that now you can check all of this. Just people ask me this all the time. I have a portal. Most of us have a portal that we can go and check on our loan status, our targeted EIDL grant status, and our supplemental. That's where I checked and saw that I was approved, checked again, saw that I was funded. Both times I was awarded, the approval letter came after I actually received my deposit. It may come before, it may come after, but they have to send it to you and keep it as part of your record. So I did get both approval notices, and clearly in my portal, it says that I'm funded. It went from approved to funded. And it was quick. To get funded. The only reason it took 4 days is because it was a weekend. Other than that, it would have been sooner than that. But congratulations to all of you all that have the targeted EIDL. If you're having some type of challenge with the process, again, I'll try to answer questions. Please drop them in the comments. Now, the EIDL loan is still available. It is available through December 31st of 2020. Okay, we're almost a half year in. This is still available if you need a loan. This is an option. It is not forgivable, but there are good loan terms, 3.75% for for-profit, 2.75% for nonprofits, and the maturity is up to 30 years, right? No penalty for earlier payback on these loans. Many small business owners have taken out a loan and were shorted. So the SBA a few months back actually raised the caps from 150,000 to 500,000, and from 6 months of working capital to 24 months of working capital. Right. Okay. I had to make sure I was right. But that they increased it. And so they're giving you an opportunity to get an increase, whether you had already been funded or whether you're currently in the process. And I just met with one of my peers the other day because she was having an issue with the 4506T. They will ask you for that with the increases. Again, with most of these programs, they're asking for that. That is a fraud check to make sure also that you're legitimate business, that you file taxes. So they requested directly from the IRS in order for you to be able to get access to an increase. So it is not automatic. You actually do have to be invited. So the SBA should have invited you. So if you've applied for an increase, let me know. If you've been approved for an increase of your EIDL loan, let me know as well. Yeah, so the increases are definitely available. If you're denied an increase for some reason, and there are reasons. People have been increased, and I went through those before. So some people, with the targeted EIDL grant and the increase, some people reported they were not accurate on their information, right? Or they may have provided incorrect information, misinformation, or lied about their income. And I know people that have done that. People came in my inbox and saying that, and like, should I apply for this or that? No, you should not. If you know you falsified information or you shouldn't have got what you got already, they're not going to give you more. Okay. You're going to just, again, you're going to alert them that they need to be coming for you. Okay. So, but the increases are available, but they could deny you. All of the instances that they deny you, they will let you know why, and you have an opportunity to appeal. So for the grant, you have an opportunity to submit a reevaluation. That is that appeal. And for the loan, you have an opportunity to submit a reconsideration, in which it is all by email. They instruct you on how to do it. We have a video on both of the processes, and you need to speak to is specifically why they decline you, and then provide follow-up proof as to why you should be approved for the funding. I know, again, they deny people because, if they see when they check your tax returns and the information against your application, what you reported, if the variance is over a certain threshold, it's going to throw up a red flag and you won't get it. Okay, you won't get the increase. Or if based on what you reported, your income is significantly lower than what you initially reported, they're not going to give you an increase either, because you already got more than what you should have gotten in the first place. So, for those people that are out there that are, lying or being fraudulent, it's hard to keep up with that, because you must not understand that these systems talk to each other. It's going to come back. So it's hard to remember lies, what you lied about. So it will come back. So I had one person reach out to me, asking me if they received an email from the SBA regarding the targeted EIDL grant. It was from a law advisor. She asked me, is this legitimate? Is this the SBA? You will know if it's the SBA if it has .gov on the end. It should not say .com, .org, .net, because there are fraudulent agencies out here trying to pretend to be the SBA. If it says .gov in the email sender, so all you have to do is click on sender and see if it is the SBA or not. Don't look at the logo. Anybody could slap on a logo on their email and be communicating with you. Okay, they do it all the time. And then look too in the email, did they get your loan number right, or your target EIDL application number correct? Or are they asking you for your number when they already have it? Those are things that can be red flags. But if it's from .gov, you need to respond to it. Don't ignore it. If you have a question, just call the SBA and say, look, someone sent me an email. I'm not sure if it's the SBA or not. Do you have record that you all sent me some type of correspondence? I mean, again, you have to do your due diligence and be proactive. But it wound up, it was a law advisor, right? So that was the first time I had heard of that. Usually it's a loan officer, it's a law advisor, and was asking her to update some different things. Then whatever they're asking you to do, you must do it. And if you're not understanding, then what I would say is get on the phone. Because sometimes, they send an email and they tell you something is wrong or resubmit, X, Y, and Z. And you're like, well, it's so ambiguous. Like, what is it what's wrong with this form that you're saying is wrong and I need to resubmit it? If they're not clear, follow up with a phone call to make sure you get clarity on whatever that is to move the process forward. Okay. So that is the loan. Make sure your documents are visible. That has been an issue for some people. So maybe it's not what you have in the documents that you're sending. Maybe it's not visible, like ID, like the 4506T, like the 2202. If they ask you for that, the schedule of liabilities. If they ask you for any of that, just make sure it's a clear, legible form that can be read. Okay, so that is a PPP. I reviewed the Restaurant Revitalization Grant, the Shutter Venue Operators Grant, the Targeted EIDL Grant, and the EIDL loan. On Monday, just to let you know, I will be doing a special video on other funding opportunities for small business, PPP and EIDL alternatives, because some of these programs are coming to a close and small businesses need funding, and they need funding now, right? They need funding opportunities. So I'm going to be talking about some of those opportunities, including micro lending, micro funding, which I do. I'm an expert in. I'm an independent agent with David Allen Capital. So we've helped many small business owners get access to funding. I mean, just this week, because it's one thing to go to a bank. You go to a bank, you can't get a loan tomorrow, right? With micro lending, you can. Like, if you need money now, if your equipment breaks down and you need it to keep making money, and you have a restaurant and your commercial oven breaks down, you don't have weeks and months to wait to replace that oven, right? And we've had many. I've had many small business owners in the trucking industry that really need funding. People that need to replenish inventory, like they're making money, they're making good money, but they need a larger amount of working capital, because we know cash flow is a issue for a lot of small businesses. So to recover that cash flow, they get that capital that they can quickly pay back. But something happened where they need it, and you can't wait weeks and months or a year to be able to get funding. So if that's you, in your situation, we have resources here. There's a link. You can get same day approval and funding. Again, it's a new program that we have called Bank Breezy. And I welcome you to shoot your shot and apply. Let's see if we can get you funded. That's up to $25K. And you only need a 450 personal credit score for this program. And credit score has been a barrier for a lot of businesses trying to get access to EIDL or some of the other SBA programs out here. And again, if you need funding right now and credit has been an issue for you, you can overcome that barrier by going through Bank Breezy. So one of the last things I'll mention is that the SBA has launched the Getting Back on Track Help is Here webinar series. You can go to their Facebook page, the SBA, Small Business Administration Facebook page, to see some of these webinars. I would drop the link in the comments later so you can see the full schedule. But they do these webinars. They host these webinars every Thursday over the next few weeks at 2 p.m. Eastern. And they are focusing on different regions. The SBA has the regions and regional directors that oversee those regions. They have program partners that are help facilitating a lot of the outreach and the training and these webinar series that are very helpful. So I attend as many as I can. If I can't be on the live, I go catch the replay. If they offer recording, I get the recording. I listen to it like I would listen to a podcast while I'm doing my work. It's a wonderful resource to get connected in with the SBA. So that is a webinar series that I highly recommend that you look into. And also, before I close out and answer some questions that are on here, just remember that there are still many grants available, national grants. I think over the last few days, I think I announced six more like national grants that are available that serve the need of different types of businesses. So no matter what type of business you are, startup, or you have you've been in business a long time, if you're in a particular industry, there is a grant out there for you. You just need to know where go find them. So start with our grant tracker if you have not already. We have updated it. I need to update it again because, like I said, there's 5 or 6 new grants that just came online that I need to add to the website. So a lot of these grants they may be annual grants or every quarter. So you need to check when you're on our website. Does it say, and I updated it, I'll let you know if it's a term, if it's just one. But if it says that it has a recurring cycle, multiple rounds, that means just that. You need to continue to check back on when they open up the rounds, and they will let you know on their website. Register, get on their email list. I'm on many email lists, so I'm the first to know when they open up new rounds or they open up the first round of grants. So the grants are out there. And then look in your state. I can't say that enough. Every level of your state government, your county government, your city government, start there. Start connecting with those leaders, those business departments, and all 3, they have grant money. Most states, most counties, most cities. And if they don't, like someone just inboxed me, if they don't, okay, because some of these states, you may be in a smaller state or rural area, okay? Every state has gotten billions of dollars and are getting billions of dollars in relief funds to support small business and to provide other types of relief. If you're not finding anything, again, you need to be active. You need to be contacting who is the leader, who is the decision maker. Get on the phone, send emails. That's what I did. That's how you get them to take action. And say to them, look, I'm not seeing anywhere where there is any grant opportunities for my business. Like, what can you advise me of what programs are available to support me in my business and recovering from this pandemic? And then see what they say, see what they say. And then, they say something that doesn't even make sense or they have nothing going on, right? Then you want to remind them that they receive billions of dollars. Where's that billions? And why isn't it going to support you and your small business? So, and if you get to someone and they can point you in the right direction, maybe you reached the wrong person, ask them to point you in the direction who you need to talk to about getting help for your small business. Every state has a small business arm. Every state. Start there and then go outward, because there's more than just them that offer grants. I mean, I got a grant through my church. There's other founders. We have Jumpstart, which is a nonprofit that supports entrepreneurs. We have like the Cleveland Foundation. They've been giving millions in grants to nonprofits and social entrepreneurs throughout the entire pandemic and continue to do so. So you have to get connected, right? Get connected to a network like this one that's sharing information. That's important, because if you're operating in a silo, you're going to stay stuck. You're going to be limited in the opportunities that you have access to. So we are a network here. We're a family. That's why we share this information. We want all of us to be successful. We want all of us to be generating 6 and 7 figures in our business. There's no reason why you can't. There's no reason why you can't get $100,000 in grant money like right now, right? There's no reason why you can't go after huge contracts right now. We have the tools, resources, master classes, ebooks available. Just check the show notes and check our description of the video. And if you have questions, you need something, please feel free to email us at hello@SheBossTalk. And if we don't have the service or the product, we have a network, well-vetted network of experts that can help you, that we are happy to refer you to. So we're all here to help each other. So I hope that has been beneficial to you. Just going to scroll. I see all the comments, just seeing if there's any particular questions on here. Okay, so someone said, just to let you know, those that are applied for the SVO grant, we have someone that has applied. They haven't heard back yet. I know that they have started sending awards out, approving and sending out deposits. But I don't know how quickly that is. I don't know when you applied. So I don't know where you fall into that. Okay. We have people still waiting on EIDL. Okay, Lily. I don't know if you're still on here, but can you email me at hello SheBossTalk? She applied both draws at Wampley. Thank you for that. What if the loan officer contacts you about the EIDL advance and ask for a voided check? Give them whatever they're asking for. They will ask you for your ID check. I was not asked for a voided check. I don't know if it's not direct deposit or something like that. Whatever they ask you for, give it to them. Someone is saying, yes, small business, minority business, you can apply for the Comcast grant, but you must be in Comcast's service area. Although they're in Ohio, that's the only reason I didn't get Comcast, is because I can't qualify it. I'm not in their area. I'm like, can you come to our area? But that is a great grant opportunity. It's not just the financial grant of $10,000, but they've offered marketing grants, right? Like a whole slew, like giving commercials, flying business owners out to do full-fledged professional, like photo shoots, commercial shoots. Take advantage of that opportunity. Again, that's Comcast. Comcast has a grant. You can and it's on our tracker. Go to our grant tracker on our website at SheBossTalk.com. If you have two businesses, should one have two business accounts? Yes. Separate entities, separate state registration, separate EIN, separate bank accounts. Everything should be separate if you have two separate businesses. Not that you're 1099 doing 1099 work, gig work for multiple businesses. That's different. If you have two different, like my businesses are different. Epic Enterprises is one, and Intuitive Risk Management International is a whole nother business. Everything is separate. Everything is separate. Thank you so much, Rita. Thank you so much. So someone is saying they sent an invitation and it was to the wrong email. Remember sometimes people forget the emails that they put down, the information, or you don't double check, or you're off a digit. People send me email, they sign up for they book a consult and they put the wrong email by mistake, and then it bounces back, and then they don't get the reminder. So then I have to try to find the alternate number or email. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. And if I know them, like on Facebook, I'll message them and let them know. But it happens all the time. You have to really slow down. Make sure you're putting in the right information, because I know people, they forgot to go back to an email, forgot that they had that email, or they changed their number. I've had the same number for years. If somebody want to find me, they can find me. Okay. Again, you don't want to have these simple reasons why they can't find you to give you free money. Okay. So remember what emails you are using. Monitor your emails closely for those invitations and for the follow-ups, and then report back. Continue to send your testimonials of your grant awards, of your successes. We love to hear them and we love to share them, because it shows other business owners that it's possible. If it happened for me, if it happened for you, it can happen for them. There's nothing special about us except that we took action. And so those that have taken our advice, followed our instructions, all of them have received money. So again, all I can do is educate you, share my tips and tricks, but you're the one that has to actually take the action and follow up and make it happen. So I encourage you all to continue to do that. I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Continue to be the boss with amplified impact, and continue to stay safe and in good health. Have a wonderful day.